people. Can I get a hello? Welcome to another episode of the Hello Effect Podcast. With me, your host, Zeke, aka Mr. Hello. Alright, today we got another special guest from Jersey. Cause shout out to everybody that's from Jersey. We gotta show love to the hometown. We got Karev from Heritage Hip Hop. Let's welcome him on the Hello Effect Podcast with me, your host, Seek, aka Mr. Hello. Welcome aboard. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing excellent. Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, for sure. How your day going? How your Sunday going? How your Sunday going, man?
Very boring. This is the best part of the day.
Well, the best part of the day. That's what's up.
Shout
man.
out to the Giants that just sucked this year.
It sucked, but we gotta win, lose, or draw. This still my team, man.
Shout
like
out
respectfully.
Me too.
Like
Me too.
it's only right, man.
Shout out to Saquon Barkley.
Oh yeah, I don't want. That's another rabbit hole. We gonna go down another day. You know what I mean?
Because they went in 14-6.
Because I feel like I'm starting to feel like he faked that injury because he looking fucking good over there. That's all I'm saying. Like, you know what I mean? Why you couldn't do that on the Giants? That shit don't seem suspicious to you?
Nah.
You know what I mean? It's just bad. You don't think it's just like, yo, this team, Giants, they ain't doing good. They not trying to change anything. You know what I mean? I'm gonna fake my injuries, allegedly. This in my mind. Then I'm gonna go to another team once they feel like I'm not worth anything. Then, I'm this dude. Now I got to get paid. They got to pay him now.
No, because when you do bad business, you reap bad benefits.
Yeah.
So bad business breeds bad architect. It was bad architecture. Shout out to Dave Gettleman who destroyed my team. And then from there, all hell broke loose. So right now, we have a position of, for the first time in team history, which is ridiculous to draft a black quarterback. Hey, it's all worth it to me. I want a black quarterback.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. But on today's episode, you know what I mean, we here to talk about hip hop, yo. Like,
Word.
First, and before we get into what we're gonna talk about, let me ask you a question. Mm-hmm. What does hip hop mean to you?
God, hands down. There's no such thing as hip hop without God. Hip hop is not beats and rhymes. Hip hop is our direct connection to God and how we express our minds, our art, our lives. Because life is derived from art and vice versa. Mm-hmm. Because without art, you don't understand the gift that life is. And without life, you cannot create art that shows the appreciation of the life that you're living.
Yeah.
So hip hop to me is a direct path line to God.
All right, that's what's up. So let me ask you a question. Just from your response, was you like an artist, a rapper coming up, or what made you fall in love with hip hop? Like,
okay, I was not an artist.
Okay.
I tried the art. Don't get me wrong. I wanted to rhyme. I wanted to be a DJ. I wanted to draw, all that, even dance. What made me fall in love with hip hop was hip hop taught me things school didn't.
Break that down.
Well, I used to get in trouble in school a lot. So I used to go to St. Mary's School in Newark. Shout out to them in St. Benedict's, right? Mm-hmm. And you in Catholic school, you see all the pictures of the saints and everything. And I was the one smart child that said, may I ask a question? Why are the saints whites and the devil's black? Are black people devils? Are we going to hell? Is there black people in heaven? And it's like, what is a black saint? This St. Martin de Porres. Now, he's not a black American. He's from Peru. Mm-hmm. So I said, oh, so black people from Peru are saints. Black people in America ain't nothing. Got in trouble with that. Then they were talking about the miracles, and I was like, wait a minute. St. Martin de Porres' miracle is he made a cat, rat, and a dog eat out the same dish. Poverty is a blessing? They hated me for that. Then after that, we had a song we used to sing in Catholic school called O Come, Emmanuel. So I'm cerebral. So I was studying outside of school, and I was like, I asked a question. They were like, oh, he asking questions. So I was like, come Emmanuel. Are you sure that's about Jesus? Because in 1812, whatever, there was a man called Emmanuel, and he fought in the Roman Jewish wars. And after they beat him, they put him in a tower over the city, and they said the women would sing, "O come Emmanuel," to ransom captive Israel, and his punishment was he had to watch Israel for the rest of his days because he couldn't come out of jail. He died in prison watching the land. How do I know that's not about him?
Yeah.
Public enemy number one. So, the school chastised and bastardized me. So, and through that, I had a greater respect for the people who rhymed to me, who taught me what it is to be learned in black, instead of going to school and being indoctrinated in a system where I'm just a cog in a bigger machine. So
who was those artists though? Like that
Who
that
rapped
you?
to me?
Yeah. Speak of those.
Chuck D,
Okay.
KRS-One, Ice Cube, Scarface. My first rapper I ever liked in my life, besides my brother, was Rock Bass, DJ Easy Rock. You know, I mean that's my Lakim Shabazz. Those are the 5 MCs that introduced me to hip hop.
So you like the real hip hop, because that's real hip hop. You know what I mean? I feel like today's music is not what it is. Like, let's be honest. Like, you know what I mean? It's just to grab quick bucks.
Well, real is relative because you got to remember, every rapper I named, somebody else told them they were horrible. Like, if you think about it, Public Enemy's first album, when they came out, you hear about it on the second album when Mr. Magic said, "No more music by the suckers." And they played Public Enemy #1. And Flavor Flav did a diss track to him called "I'm Cold Lamping."
Oh, word.
So they were called whack. I don't know about Ice Cube being called whack in the beginning, but a lot of MCs, even Nas was called whack before he first came out. And it was the streets that made him hot. So streets was buzzing about Nas, but the people in the industry was like, man, these new cats, they don't know what they talking about, because nobody wanted to be take Rakim's spot, so they downplayed him.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I'm not understanding.
Yeah, so like, real is relative. See, that's why I say hip hop is connected to God, because no matter what age you're born in, you're going to connect to the culture in some way because it's living. Hip hop is the only living music genre there is. Because when you define the music genres, jazz was defined by the slang word jazz, which means how you move your hips. Rock and roll was defined by how you move your body. Rhythm and blues was how you express your pain to rhythm. Hip hop, well, let's go back to those. If you can't play an instrument in jazz, how do you do jazz music? In rock and roll, if you can't scream or play the guitar or play an instrument, you can't really be the part of the band. R&B, you know that, you can't, unless you got a machine in 2023, 24, 25, synthesizing. If you couldn't sing, hand out tickets. You know what I'm saying?
Or Milli Vanilli.
Yeah, have a white guy write your lyrics. But with hip hop, you don't have to rap to be a hip hop artist. You can draw, you can dance, you can teach, you can design. And that's why, like, hip hop to me is so special, because after the civil rights movement, hip hop is the most powerful movement in the world that got everybody to sit down and shut up. It was the first thing since that got people of different languages, people of different cultures, ethnicities, and countries to unify under something, which was the beat. And that beat changed the rhythm of the world.
Nah, that's what's up. So you rock with some of this new stuff.
Yeah.
Like who the new artists that you like? Like
mainstream or independent?
Let's talk mainstream, then we're gonna talk independent.
Well, that's the thing, because most people that are new aren't really new. Because if you go by age, like, is Kendrick Lamar still new? No. Is J. Cole still new? Like, you know what bothers me when we go to new and old? I had a student of mine in one of the schools I worked at tell me, yeah, my uncle used to always introduce me to the old school artists like Jadakiss and Benny Siegel. I was like, what? That's old? You know what I'm saying? But relatively speaking, new is a concept. It's not really because when you say new artists,
like Sexy Reds, it's new artists out there.
but she won't be considered new now. See, the music industry,
newer then, like
I'm saying, break it down. The music industry goes, with, especially with women, in cycles. Who's the newest face that I could push the old faces out? So like Doechii, she'd be the new artist right now.
Yeah, I rock with her.
And she's cool. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? She's cool. You know what I mean? Sexy Red would be last generation. She's new. So Sexy, when you look at Sexy Red, she's defined by who's in her era. So that would be Sexy Red, Glorilla, and they're on their 3rd and 4th albums now. See what I'm saying?
You rocking with them though?
I like Glow a little bit. Glow's okay with me. Sexy Red, no. I'm not a Sexy Red fan.
Why is that though? Like, what's the difference? Because I feel like they make similar music. Whatever. I mean, Sexy Red is over sexualized and extra ratchet, but it's the same type of message. Like, you understand what I'm saying?
I understand that, but the message firstly, every message has a right to be given. It's just the balance in the delivery.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you're gonna appreciate Sexy Red, you gotta appreciate Luke and Two Live Crew. Let's go back in the past.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So there is a place for it. Now, why I don't like Sexy Red is because, for one, that's not for me. Two, she's not attractive, so I don't even want to look at her. No disrespect. And three, if it's not for me to enjoy physically, emotionally, spiritually, I'm not going to attend to it. Now with Glow, at least she tries to rap.
Yeah.
So I can see the growth in her journey. Because Glow is better than every song I heard from her as a single, but you see she's trying to catch cadences. She's worked on hooks.
That's true. That's true.
I give her that. So I can support that. But as far as do I rock with it? It's cool, but everything has its point, and it's not.
But you said Sexy Red. I just want to make a point real quick. You said Sexy Red is not attractive. Yeah. Does that really determine if you're gonna like what they say? Because what if she could really rap?
As a man, yes. And we're not going to sit here and play this game. Because I remember buying Adina Howard's album because her butt was on the front cover. Yes. Attractiveness goes with the game. If it didn't, there would be more, quote unquote, pardon me, ugly women that get respect and be in the limelight. Instead, people shame women in the industry. Look what Lizzo had to go through before she lost weight. In the music past outside of hip hop, look at the Weather Girls. Look what they did to Martha Wash, and they shamed her and did not want to show her weight. So when CEC Music Factory came out with Good Vibrations, she wasn't even in the video. So yes, attractiveness goes a long way because sex sells. And one thing about the music industry, especially after the Foxy Brown and Lil' Kim movement, if you're sexy, they will put you in front of people because you're easy on the eyes, you're easy on the ears, and the people will stomach your message.
So it don't really matter about skills then at that point, you know what I mean, when it comes to like female artists, if we talk about them, because if you look good, you got a nice shape, and you might have a single, I mean, you pretty much gonna take off if you look good. Well,
think about it this way. I hate to say this, especially with a woman in the room, but it's 2025. Women are only valued in the music industry, and they weren't valued until 2018, 2020. So as long as you found a pretty face and you could write for them and just put them in front of the camera, they were a commodity, and you would recycle them every year for the newest hot thing that'll bring you money. It's like going to a strip club. The girl will look good the first probably 5 times you're there, but when somebody new there, they're competing with the new girl because now they have the look that's gonna. Come on, man! Like it's 2025. Imagine somebody came into the strip club and the stripper was in there with a beehive and a muumuu on, and they dancing. That might have worked in 1825, but right now you're gonna look so out of place. So that's the thing. You want to always with females, and especially how they destroy females as a business move in the music industry. Yeah, who has the hottest look? I'll put them in the forefront. You're old.
Yeah.
And then they put them in the back. And no matter how good or unfair it is a skill set that female has, they're going to doctor whatever they want to make them win or lose in the game. Oh, yeah. Shout out to Kamala Harris, because that's partly why you lost, because you had a doctored female in there shaking her ass instead of running on politics. Not that deal.
Yeah. But I feel like I agree with you. It always been like that, sex sells or whatever. But we did have some spitters though. Like at least they could rap, and I mean
they look good though.
All of them?
Who didn't? I mean, Bahamadia.
I don't want to disrespect nobody.
I'm not disrespecting nobody.
Like I'm talking
about in the game, like at the time. Because we had the Wu-Tang Clan diss Missy on.
Shout out to Rod Digger from North. You know what I mean?
Okay.
She could rap.
Yes, she can.
She could put up with men, like, you know what I mean. But she's okay looking. She's not what you would consider
a sex symbol. But people loved her lips. So somebody was watching it. No, let's be real.
No,
because they would take the female and break her down into a body part. And Rod Digger was always known for, even from people out of state. What was that movie she was in with the ghost? She was the nanny. And that was 13 reasons why people went to see that movie, because it was lips. They love Rod Digger's lips.
So they ain't care about the raps. They so pretty much you saying that it's how they look first, then we judge when they got skills. Even if they got skills like that, if she look good, we gonna give her a pass. She's a rapper, quote unquote. What's old girl name from fucking that's a deal with Quavo? The
Oh,
icy
Sweetie?
chick. Yeah, like her. For example.
Okay.
She look good, but she
Yeah.
can't rap.
And she had a career, right?
No.
Yes, she does.
Hold on, do you call that a career?
Can she make money going somewhere and rapping?
I mean, is she?
Yes.
I ain't know that. I ain't know she still was popping. I thought it was like a one thing because you look good, but you can't rap. I want to hear that corny
If
shit.
you rap on a stage or at somebody's bar mitzvah and they pay you, you're a professional.
I get it. I get it. But you don't think shit like that is killing hip hop though?
No.
You don't?
No.
So you don't really. So you don't care about if people can really rap when it comes to females.
Yes. But that's not killing hip hop.
So what's killing hip hop?
Putting people in charge of hip hop that's not part of hip hop culture.
So who's that?
The record executives that's not our people.
Give some examples though, so we go. If you talking about like Leor, Colin, things, him. Like,
I'll put it this way.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at what we do.
Mm-hmm.
Why is DJ Vlad so important to the culture?
You got to ask other people. I don't rock with him.
But everybody go to DJ Vlad.
That's true.
Okay. Why is Adam 22 and No Jumper important to the culture? And that's on the West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
DJ Vlad's on the West Coast. I don't know anybody on the East Coast that's like them. That's not of our culture.
Nah,
But you got, what was that other guy?
academics. Joe Button.
He's of this complexion. I mean,
Okay.
people that's not of our complexion.
Okay.
So you got what's the guy? No lore something. I don't know, but these are people that don't look like us, don't come from our culture, who are. And shout out to the people who are not of our culture who care, but they have been set up in a way where their opinion matters, and they try to argue with you about your experiences of life that they'll know nothing about.
Yeah.
So when people were put in play, and then there's people who look like us who they use their poverty against them to agree with the steps of these people, that's the problem. Because at the end of the day, I was saying this to a friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
You a movie head?
I watch. I mean, not a diehard movie, but when I had time, I watched a movie.
Ladies and gentlemen, one of the best fight scenes you'll ever see in a movie is from a movie called Blood and Bone with Michael Jai White.
I heard, yeah, that's my dude. Shout out to Michael Jai White.
And the fight scene I'm talking about had no punches or kicks in it. And the most hurtful thing a person said to another person, it was a Caucasian man talking to a brother, and he said to him, when the brother wanted to be equal, he said, "Do you let your dog sit at the table with you? So why should I let you sit at the table with me? Don't you throw your dog crumbs? I know who you are. Y'all run faster than us, you jump higher than us, you entertain us, but you will never be our equals, so why should I let you be there with me?" That's the problem with hip hop, when people with that type of thinking run the money. Those people with that type of thinking run the industry, and the most powerful thing they have over people who are not them is racism's number one tool against people that's not included, which is nepotism, because they are grandfathered in, and this belief is passed down generation through generation, and that's what effectively makes these things happen. So of course, not only are we fighting against economic struggles, not only are we fighting against political struggle, we're also fighting societal differences and norms, because they and their beliefs are the governing factors of who gets let in and who's not.
Yeah,
That's the problem with hip hop.
But you don't feel like, because I feel like the people that look up like us is somewhat to blame also, because we always embrace these other cultures with open fucking arms all the fucking time.
So let me ask you a question. Who's we?
Black people.
That's untrue.
What you mean? And that's true.
It's not true.
Because I'll put it like this, like when you see a white person that raps, everybody be so fucking amazed. Like,
Come on.
he's the fucking best thing they ever seen. Like, he's a rapper. There's other people that look like us that rap fucking better than that person. But they see a person, just like I seen some shit on the internet with an Indian dude on trap. That shit was going viral. Oh, motherfuckers don't understand what the fuck he's saying.
But you have to understand, our community does not run the algorithm.
I understand that.
Or the exposure. So it's not us.
So who's in
And
them
it's
comments?
not a we.
Who's in them comments? Because I'm talking about the shit that I see. I'm not just
Yeah, of course.
the people I see in them comments, like, fire. And I'm like, yo, that shit is not, let's be honest. We got to stop lying to fucking people. Everybody don't have talent. Everybody's not designed to be a fucking music artist. Some people are designed to be the manager, the fucking photographer, the motherfucker, whatever. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like,
UPS always is high.
I do this, like I said, like, I've been doing music all my life pretty much as a kid, God-given talent or whatever. So I love this shit, and I take this shit serious. Like, Especially when people ain't writing their shit. I'ma never give nobody a pass who don't write their shit, yo. That's simple. You're a fucking entertainer at the end of the day. What Beyonce do, she get writers. You know what I mean? So I'm that deep in hip hop. So I don't embrace, other people that's not in the culture. You know what I mean?
So then, I'm gonna just ask a simple thing. What percent is we?
I don't know. It's really not a percentage. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know what percentage it is, but I'm just based off the people I see. I don't have no data, nothing like that, but I'm just going off the things that I see.
So you are the prime example of why we don't exist, because you don't agree. And as long as there's people who don't agree, there's no such thing as we. So that's why I don't pertain to that, because at the end of the day, you have children?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
I'm proud of you as a man, because, some people had kids and they disown them. I'm a preschool teacher. So I've had parents.
That's what's up. Congratulations.
I've had parents come to my preschool who have kids in my class who don't like their children.
Oh.
So, yes.
Hey, hello.
I've had children from my class that were kidnapped.
Oh, damn.
I went to some of my students' funerals.
Oh, sorry.
And I've had a student who was, I had a student that was, let's just say special needs. And the mother, when he would be happy for her to pick him up, she would look at her child in disgust. So for you to say I'm a father and you're proud of that, congratulations. I'm proud of you.
Appreciate that. Yeah,
There's
for
people
sure.
out here who don't like their kids. Now, as a father, do you teach your kids or do you let other people teach your kids?
No, I teach my kids.
So then that's why there's no such thing as we. Because we don't let that happen, because you don't let that happen. And as long as there's people who fight, who stand against that, there is no we. And that's what I hate about when it comes to the black people thing, because we're not a monolith.
What about them? Can we use that?
Them is anybody that stands against the practices of we.
Okay. I ain't gonna use them. We gonna use
So there
them.
is a us and them, but there's no we in us.
I got you.
Shout out to grammar school.
So we gonna use them. You know what I mean? But me personally, like, you have to be able to pin your own shit. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't like nobody that's using somebody else's words, because I can't relate. You know what I mean? Because it got to come from your trauma, your struggle, your fucking experience. That's what I love about. Well, I used to love about the old hip hop. Like, you know what I mean? Like I said before, like, I feel like everybody is copying, is essentially the get rich scheme. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm gonna sound just like him because everybody on that shit. I'm gonna hop on that wave. You know what I mean? Hopefully, you know what I mean? My shit go what's the name? People don't really do it for the love of it no more. Like, you know what I mean?
I can't say that. I'll give you 5 artists right now.
I mean, the people
everybody
that
can
y'all
listen
know. I'm talking about, name the people y'all know.
5 artists right now I know do it for the love.
I ain't talking, you talking about mainstream artists?
Mainstream. No, I'm talking about mainstream.
Yeah. Mainstream.
Nick Grant.
I don't know who Nick Grant is.
Scotty ATL.
I know Scotty ATL. I ain't gonna lie. Scotty ATL, I remember seeing him on my Instagram.
He's a
before he was what he is now. That's crazy, yo. I respect him. No. He do his own music.
Yep.
Who else?
You want to stay old school? You want to stay current? Just newish? Because Scotty ATL is not newish. Because Big Crit is one of those people who love it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I mean,
we talking about, of course, that's different. But we talking about the bigger artists, like, you know what I mean, like, and the people that's getting. Because I feel like you gotta really
Kenny Mason.
See them people that you name. You really gotta. Anybody that's watching, they ain't gonna pick up them type of names. Like, you understand what I'm saying?
But see, that's what makes this conversation so good. Because you got to understand, everything a so-called black person does is hated. It's even hated by the people we come from, because our people believe in the show me first, and then I follow.
Yeah, that's true.
So
that's true.
Let's have a history lesson, ladies and gentlemen. How many of you have liked music and your parents said your music was garbage? You've heard this before. Why you listen to hip hop? All they talk about is drugs, sex, and violence. We don't like that. But our parents used to listen to songs like this. First you buy yourself a shotgun now. Hey, you shoot them till they run now. Oh, nobody want to talk about that? Well, all y'all talk about is music with sex. How many of y'all know who Lucille Bogan is? I got nipples that's the size of my thumbnail. I will pull his nuts and I'll suck his ball. But that was before Lil' Kim and Foxy Brown.
Yeah.
So this stuff has always been in the culture.
For sure.
But the thing is, when it comes to finding this music, when the mainstream told the world, and we were told this in the 90s, hip-hop would get so big that it would get destroyed, go underground, and you have to find the hip-hop because it won't be given to you. Shout out to Prodigy. That was what the Hell on Earth video showed.
Oh yeah, Prodigy.
Shout out to Nas. Shout out to KRS One. All those people who was given that message, it came true. So yes, just like Black history information, just like the truth of the people that are considered Black in this country, you have to find the truth. Even the Bible tells you in the last days the truth will be hidden, and it will be upon the saints to bring the truth forward. So yeah, we're only following scriptural prophecy. Shout out to God.
Yeah, I seen you I think on the gram or whatever, a few weeks ago, you know what I mean, give me your opinion about Fat Joe and things like that. I wanted to bring that up so I had the opportunity to speak on you. You know what I mean? What's your, because I seen the little things you put like stir, but I want to know your true thoughts. You know what I mean, what he said as far as like hip hop, things like that. How you feel? What's your opinion on it?
Personally, I think Fat Joe, he stepped in something he shouldn't have stepped in. As far as with those Puerto Ricans and New Yorkers, that's a New York conversation. So I don't get into that. Because when you argue about hip hop, when was hip hop born?
You said where was it?
When?
When would?
They try to say 73.
But guess what? Hip hop had two other dates. What about the one that they said hip hop started in 1971? What about when they said hip hop started in 1974? August 10th, 1973 is the agreed upon day. So that's when people say hip hop started, because it was agreed upon. No one talks about what's it, Mario? Is it Mario? He was a DJ before Herc. Nobody talks about Grandmaster Flowers.
Yeah.
There's a movie called The Founding Fathers, narrated by Chuck D, about all the DJs that came before. Now, it wasn't called hip hop because it was coined later, but that's the foundation of the culture. And when you look in those movies, there's mostly Black people in there. And then this conversation with Fat Joe did not start with Fat Joe. It actually started from Busta Rhymes. When Busta Rhymes said, this country had no culture until Caribbean and Hispanic people came here, which shitted on people who laid the foundation of hip-hop culture from before that. Like the Jubilaires, because they were rapping on beats. Pigmeat Markham, rapping on beats. What about Cab Calloway and the Jonas Brothers? Was it Jonas Brothers? Nicholas Brothers? They were dancing in the clubs, doing splits, and they were doing break dance moves. What about Josephine Baker and the banana dance?
Oh, yeah,
Which used some of the video vics and shit. So there was culture here. So that right there is what started the divide. Then with Fat Joe's thing is he's getting attacked because of his complexion and because of the word, his use of the word nigga, basically.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which, at the end of the day, I'm going to put it to you like this. Everything in New York is a New York thing, and New Yorkers got to figure it out. My thing is, how come the New Yorkers don't come together and like they came together to give hip-hop a definitive day? Why don't they come together and get a definitive answer with each other? Why doesn't KRS-One sit with Fat Joe, Lord Jamar, and Raheem of the Furious Five? How come they don't sit together and get this out? Because they're the ones who have to do that when it comes to the culture. Because a person in California can't definitively, and that's Tariq Nasheed, he can't definitively tell you unless he did the research, and that's what that movie was about. So they really should sit down in front of the world and iron that out, because as long as we're arguing, we have people in political office doing things to destroy our community.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Here's a fun fact for you. They got rid of DEI, right?
Yeah.
You know what the most pivotal DEI program that was made in our country since the 1970s was? Sesame Street. So if they get rid of DEI, there's no more Elmo for your children. There's no more Cookie Monster, because that was made for Black children who weren't getting good education in the schools, and they put something to entertain them to help them learn.
Yeah, not Elmo.
So imagine that.
Not Cookie Monster, Elmo, Sesame Street. That's crazy, man. Like,
That's real.
yeah, but since we talking about, you know what I mean, the younger generation, how do you feel today's music, you know what I mean, influence them either positive or negative?
Let's just do this. And if your child is influenced by whatever you allow in your house.
But what if they with their auntie or with their babysitter? Because let's be honest, the world we live in, you got to work, especially today's, like, to provide. So you got to do them extra hours.
Yeah,
Auntie might be cool. Uncle might be, or he might be with Nana. Nana, she at that age where like, nah, hey, take your tablet. So you log onto that, you can't control it to a certain extent.
Unless you know how to jump up on that tablet.
And put the parental controls in, but
That's what you
let's take that out the equation. If you're not subscribed to the YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube. Make sure you follow all the socials, the topics and discussions we be talking about. This is another episode of the Hello Effect with me, your host, Seek, aka Mr. Hello.